All right. Oh my gosh, is that what he sounds like on your end? That's so funny. Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, blah blah blah. Welcome to Missing the Homies. This month we have Stassi. Would you like to introduce yourself?
I mean, hey, thank you said my name. What else is there to say?
Beautiful. Now we're gonna run the intro. All right. Now back to your actual story.
Okay. So,
Okay. What do you want to keep going on how you got COVID on Christmas, or do you want want to go back
I
to
can do a little backstory.
yeah?
Essentially, my roommate got COVID early December on my birthday, so my birthday fucking sucked because I wasn't allowed to talk to anyone in my life.
Jesus
I
Christ.
then had a good 2 weeks of not getting COVID, went to the movies, saw Spider Man, did not get COVID. Then worked Hell Week of Christmas as a retail bitch, and some customer must have sneezed a little too close. Even with
Jesus.
my fully vaxxed 2 masks, a bitch woke up on Christmas with COVID.
That COVID cut right through your masks. Are you still at?
It literally,
Are you
I
at
had this one.
K? Where? Which jewelry shop are you working?
What?
Where are you working?
I work at Pandora.
Pandora. I said K. Fuck.
Yeah,
Close.
there was a small delay, and I was like,
Okay, so
so no.
so you got
There
fucked
was this
up.
one customer, I can tell you, this one customer like grabbed my hand and was like, I don't want to spend that much money. And I was like, then why did we spend an hour building this? Okay. I bet it was her.
Oh my gosh. Touching you and shit,
Um,
coughing in their
yeah, put
hands.
her hand on my hand and I was like, okay.
South
Bet she gave
Southland or
me
West
COVID.
or Westland?
I mean, dox me. Go off.
Okay, so it's one of
It's
those two.
Southland.
It's one of those two.
It's definitely Southland. What's in the Westland Mall, you know? Anyways, woke up on Christmas, was like, think I'm dying.
Jesus.
Definitely was dying. So I got COVID. I had it confirmed with a PCR. Had to text my boss, and every single person I worked with, every single person to this day is like, I don't understand how you were the person on our staff who got COVID.
That
You
blows
were
my.
the most safe. I was the only person for the longest time who was wearing 2 masks. I was the one that told people, hey, you should wear 2 masks.
Yeah.
Um,
And
always
you're
had
the
like fucking
y-
hand
I
sanitizer.
was going to say you're the one out there spraying your hands every second with the
I had
Lysol
my own
wipes.
damn hand sanitizer because the one we had smelled like fucking tequila. And you know that doesn't go okay with me. So I woke up on Christmas, had COVID, and I was off. So the day that I officially like did the nose swab at home test, that
Yeah.
was like, hey, I need to be off work officially, was the day that they were like, yeah, if you have COVID, you only have to be home for 5 days.
That's so fucking stupid.
And my boss was like, no, you're doing the 10. And I was like, God bless you. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. So I
Jesus.
spent it ended up being more than 10 because obviously it started the day that I officially got my test.
Yeah.
So it was like I was
Cuz
off for like, I think 12 or 13
I
days.
was going to say yeah, what you were at home for a couple of days before that. Oh my
Yeah. So I was off for like 13 days, was not paid. That was rough. Um, so my Christmas commission was like essentially my first 2 weeks pay, and I was like, okay, was
Jesus.
gonna put that towards bills, but okay, that's fine.
Fucking A.
Um, in that time frame, I am convinced that I melted my brain because I had 104 fever, which I was like, what is the point? You go to the doctor, and it's usually
Right.
like I guess 103.
I was going to say that sounds too
It was
hot.
bad. Yeah, it was really bad. I was like on fire, but like also freezing.
Freezing.
Um, and then I was just like stupid. Like that's all I can say is like I felt so stupid in the time.
No,
I
I
was so tired, but I couldn't sleep. I also definitely I have a horrible like I don't know what it's called. Like I forget the words, but like I always get sinus infections. So I definitely had a sinus infection when I had
Oh my
COVID.
god. So you just got
So like my nose
fucked
would just
all
be
the
like
way up.
bleeding, but I also just like couldn't breathe. I had to do like a personal like steam inhaler every day just so I could breathe.
Jesus.
Um, it was really bad.
Oh my god.
So I ended up going back to work because my boss was going on a cruise, but it was like my 14, it was like
Oh,
14
okay.
days,
Oh,
right?
okay. I
So
was
I
like, what the fuck?
definitely, yeah, I definitely didn't have COVID. I guess like my like one of the like not corporate, one of our like owners, but not like our actual owner,
Yeah.
was like, "Hey, like could Stassi come back?" And my boss was like, "No, she cannot." She sent me a snap of her last night
Dying,
doing a
melting.
personal breathing treatment. She's not coming in.
She's on an at-home ventilator. She can't come and sell rings.
No, literally. No one wants to buy a charm from her. I couldn't talk. That was like the thing, was I went back and I had told like my boss, like, I will come back, but I do not think you're gonna want me to sell,
No,
because every time I would breathe, it was just like I was coughing.
you sounded like a Wheezy from Toy Story.
I've
Preschool.
never seen Toy
You
Story.
never seen Toy Story? Oh my god,
No, I didn't have a childhood.
that's fair.
Yeah. Um, so yeah, I sounded like I I never went to a doctor when I had COVID, because it was like, what are they gonna do? Tell me I have COVID and
Right.
send me home. It wasn't like I needed to be on like a ventilator, so I was like, okay.
Well,
I looked up
I was
like
hearing that you
every
couldn't
single
even go to
thread.
the doctor. You know, I
Yeah, no, there was nothing I could do. So like,
yeah.
I looked up like every thread of like every person ever who's tweeted about like how to take care of COVID. My dad was sending me Instagram stories
Oh
about
my god.
like all this stuff.
Healing from
I'm
social
fully
media.
alone in my house. My roommate had moved out, as we know, in early December.
Oh my
So I
god.
was texting her being like, "Hey, what
Hey.
did you do?" Um, I
Oh.
got myself
Oh,
a
I was
rad
gonna say the
addiction
name.
to Liquid IV.
Oh my gosh, Renee just bought a pack of those, and I have yet to try them, but I heard they're good.
Oh my god, what kind did she get? It
I, d-
matters.
I don't know. I saw the. I think it's called Rapid IV or something. I don't know.
That is not a flavor, but okay.
Oh, the flavors.
I
I
am a
don't
big
know.
fan.
Maybe
Yeah,
grape.
I am a big fan of the grape. That was what I was gonna say. Um,
So you're at
there's
home
definitely some flavors that are like not it.
so you're at home self medicating on a makeshift
Literally,
ventilator.
I was taking Mucinex. I had, like I said, that steamer. I was like shooting back like fucking, I don't even know, like Advils or something. I don't
Yeah.
remember exactly now.
Oh yeah,
But
because
like
you don't take
Mucinex and
you don't like to take medicine, right?
I don't have a problem with medicine. As it turns out, as a child, I probably built up like a lot of immunity to like a regular like ibuprofen.
Uh huh.
Um, because my knees are like so messed up.
Yeah.
So like it doesn't usually like work. I need to take a lot,
Gotcha.
and I don't want to do that. So
Yeah.
like
It
there's
fucks
no,
up your
yeah, it's
liver.
not.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I'm not opposed. Like if someone gives me like a prescribed uh medicine, I'll do it.
Oh, okay. I don't know
Yeah,
why I thought
prescribed.
you didn't like medicine. Anyways, so obviously you made it though. Jesus Christ.
Sort of. So
Oh,
I told you
the
we're
tale
only now in
continues.
January.
Oh my
So
god.
I go back to work in January. The day I go back, my boss goes on a 10-day cruise
Jesus
and
Christ.
is like pretty much without, like, we cannot contact her. She is in the middle of the
Yeah.
ocean.
You're
So I am in
solo.
charge of the store. I cannot hold a conversation without choking in someone's face. I absolutely looked like dog shit. Every single person I saw that I worked with was like, "Are you sure you should be here?"
And
I
you're
sat
like,
in the back
absolutely not.
for 3 days straight. I was supposed to be planning our month, and I fully was just. It took me 3 days, something that usually takes me 10 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
And I was like, my brain isn't working. Numbers, I would write them down, and it was just like, I fully believed them when they were like, "Oh, COVID brain is like a thing," because I am so dumb.
I didn't think it was a thing either until I think I got it in I think I got Delta. Oh my gosh. I'll tell you when I got mine, but I want to hear your story, but
Oh my god,
so
please.
I'm
We'll
with you.
never get into what this was supposed to be.
So when I got
So yeah,
go. No, you tell me.
okay. So I went back to work for those 3 days, sat in the back room, and was essentially just like,
Melting.
just yeah, melting in the back room.
Wasting away.
Literally, people would ask me a question and then be like, "Sorry, like you're good, just stay there." So my boss, like I said, gone, and I am like the assistant, so I'm in charge. Are like our like owners are texting me being like, "Hey, so like this is happening at the other store. Do you think you could take care of this situation?" And I'm like, "Huh?
No. You
Yeah.
said yes,
Um,
Stassi. What the
oh
fuck?
yeah, like it's fine. Like it's my job." So then my cats are about to fucking throw hands right now. But two other girls then got COVID,
Oh my fucking god.
and I kind of have to go back in the week that I got COVID. I never saw any of my family. Groceries got delivered, everything.
Yeah.
My dad got COVID from his boss,
Oh my fucking god.
who came back to work because it was the 5 days.
Mhm.
Came back to work too early, gave it to my dad, who was super compromised. My dad gave it to his sister, my aunt, who was super compromised, gave it to my great aunt, who is 90 years old. They were all fine. They had
Jesus.
no symptoms.
Thank God. Ah. Well,
They
I
had
mean,
like
that's
baby
good.
symptoms of like, yeah, we have like a cough and like we don't feel great. Which like thank God,
Yeah.
really, because they're all so compromised. Dalton did not get shit. Was fucking fine.
That blows my mind that like
Lives in their house, was not wearing a mask in the house, was just like, oh, I probably have it. Never got COVID.
that blows my mind. Like there's
Yep.
people I know who like are so reckless and still don't have it. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
So do
Like
I.
what?
That was everyone I work with being like, how in the world were you the person who got sick and like got sick?
Yeah, you it like
So
did you lose your taste and your scent?
okay, so
Or you probably
they're
couldn't
really throwing
smell
hands.
you probably couldn't smell anything because you were so
So
congested.
so like I was congested, but I never like officially lost smell. I've heard some people have lost hearing. I don't think I did. I've always been pretty deaf.
Yeah.
But taste, I didn't actually lose taste,
Uh-huh.
but things taste different to this day.
I
So
that's what I've
like
heard. I've heard people
coffee tastes bad.
Oh, that sucks. Oh, that's horrible.
It's the worst thing to ever happen to me, actually. And then like I am a whore for a salt and vinegar chip. They taste so bad.
Oh, well,
They smell bad.
I think okay, so you just caught up with
They
everybody
don't.
else. They're
How
fucking
dare you?
gross. I told Renee she's not allowed to bring those
How dare
home.
you? They are the best. Dude, I would kick you out.
They're so bad. So, okay,
So
well
yeah,
that's
no, I
good.
never lost, but like to this day, stuff tastes bad.
I've heard people have that. That's insane. I didn't lose my smell or taste, so but Renee lost hers and she was
So you got
so
like
I got it,
there
but
are people that like because obviously retail.
yeah, Renee lost her because I'm still not 100% sure where I got it from, but I wound up giving it to Renee, and then she lost her
That
smell
makes
and
sense.
taste, and I didn't. So when I got it, it was at the change of like the season, so I get sick once a year, and I get like super super sick for like a week, and then I'm like, okay,
Like allergy sick.
yeah, and it's like that. Like my eyes are all watery, like I'm all congested, I'm coughing, and I'm like, so I
Me every
chalked it
day.
up to that, and I was like, oh, that's probably it. And then I like the week that I was sick, was I guess when I had COVID, and I worked like those first 3 days, I worked like 18-hour days. So I
Yeah,
was
you
like,
did what I did.
yeah, I was fucked up, and I came home and I like trudged up the stairs and I immediately just like melted in a puddle and I was like, Renee, I need like orange juice, and she was like holding up the jug and I was just sipping out of a straw because I couldn't use
Literally.
my body felt like noodles.
I have that like screened in porch and like I had like a jug of apple juice and I had to text someone in my family. I was like, I've left the apple juice on the porch. Can someone please come open it for me?
Oh my god,
I am weak.
it's fucking crazy. Renee wound up losing her smell and taste for like fuck, probably like 2 months.
Dude, that's what I was gonna say. Is like I work in retail, so people will tell me just like their life stories.
Yeah.
But some dude was telling me today, he's like, yeah, I had COVID like a year ago and I still can't taste anything. And I was like, that is truly like horrific.
Yeah,
Like, don't tell me that.
I'm lucky that I didn't have that. So
Yeah, like mine never went away because I like could not handle that. Like I need to
Yeah.
taste something. Like I can't do that. I would just feel like empty
You need to feel something.
at least once in a while. So to continue,
Yeah. So are we in January yet?
we're in January. So I went back to work like January like 15th. Like somewhere in
Holy
there.
shit.
I spent like 3 or 4 days just in a melted puddle in our back room. So I'm in like the last week of January for my store.
Yeah.
And so my boss ends up coming back. I had dealt with like a bunch of girls being out sick. It took me like a full week and a half until I was like, hey, I'm actually going to talk to customers instead of just like be a manager in the back room and like
Yeah.
fuck around.
Yeah.
Because there was always stuff for me to do because I was so stupid. Like
Yeah.
it took me forever to do simple tasks.
Yeah, you're working at half capacity. COVID brain.
Oh yeah, no, literally. So then plus I'm having to be like, oh, like this girl's out, I got to find a other girl, all
Yeah.
this stuff. I end up training like 3 or 4 new girls in this time, and I was like, I don't always sound like this, I promise.
Yeah.
Um,
I didn't smoke cigarettes
then it's
20
like
years.
Valentine's Day. I'm super tired. Make it through February, and I'm just like, I feel so like not great. But I was like, listen, I'm almost at the point now because I think whatever the point was, you had to be like at least a month, I think, after like recovering from COVID or
Yeah,
something. So
like
in my mind, I was like,
a month since your last
I'm
positive test or something.
something like that, yeah. And the thing is, you can still get a positive test, like
For up
even
to
after
90
you don't have
days.
COVID.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, it was shooting because obviously Valentine's Day, I work in fucking jewelry, like I'm gonna be busy.
Yeah.
And like there was just a lot of stuff happening in February at my job where it was like, okay, I don't have time to
Be sick.
like get my booster
Yeah.
because I don't have time to have time off.
Yeah.
So I took the weekend that the Batman came out.
Oh my
and was
god.
like, I'm going to go grocery shopping that morning.
I'm gonna go
get
see
my booster,
the Batman.
And I bought my Batman ticket. So I wore my Batman shirt, which is just a Rob Pattinson shirt.
Oh wait, is that from what's the movie? The Good Life or no? What's
No,
Good
it's
Time?
from Twilight.
No, wait, let me see it.
It is. Ugh.
Yeah, he's standing in that like weird pose.
Yeah, it's him in that kitchen.
Yeah.
But this is the skin of a killer Bella because he's sparkling.
Oh my gosh.
So yes, I did wear this into a theater.
Love that for you.
With my father, who also wanted to go to the movie with me. And I had to let everyone know that I had been a stan for longer than they have. So
not a Batman.
This is the only Batman movie I've ever seen.
I was gonna say not a Batman stan, a Robert Pattinson, Robert Pattinson stan.
I have been a Rob stan since he was Cedric Diggory in like 2004.
He killed it as Batman though. He really fucking did.
He also killed it as Cedric Diggory, you know. He's just so good. I love him. He's a fucking psychotic bitch, and I love him. But so I had scheduled my booster. It was super confusing because there's so many like different options now.
Yeah.
But it was also so hard to get because I couldn't get it at the place I had gotten my vaccine because they were doing like a weird like special at the time for like a vaccine. I don't know. And then
you got a Johnson & Johnson. You got a Westland special.
I did not get the Johnson & Johnson, but I do work with someone who did get it, and she was like, I don't know. But so I scheduled it. So this is like what, March 6th? Yeah, it was March 6th because I saw it that Sunday. And so that's a Sunday. So on Friday, I was talking to my like two girls I work with, and I was like, I don't know, I just still feel like not good. Yeah. And I don't know if I should like get my booster, if that's gonna like fuck me up even more. So they were like, just call like your doctor. And I was like, oh yeah, I have one of those. Like, I guess I should do that. Maybe I should have done that after I got COVID.
Yeah.
But I just never had the time. Like, I really didn't.
Yeah.
So I call my doctor. I must have called them on Thursday. So I called them on Thursday. They have an appointment. They're like, what are your symptoms? And I tell them, and they're like, yeah, you can come in tomorrow morning, which is like not a thing that they should be doing.
Yeah, we cleared the morning schedule, and
no, literally they were like, there's an emergency meeting for you.
Jesus Christ.
So I went, and they were like, listen, I was like, I want to get my booster, but I still have all these symptoms. Like, is it okay that I get my booster, or should I like come in? And they were like, you should come in.
Yeah.
So I went in, I saw a doctor at like my place that I usually don't go to, but I was like, sure. I have now seen her every 2 weeks since that day.
Holy shit. So what? A month? You've seen her
So
every 2
I
weeks for
went
a month?
in.
Month and a half?
Um, yeah. So I went in and they were like, you definitely should not get your booster because we're about to put you on some antibiotics and some steroids. Um, because I still had the infection like in my lungs. So I
Oh
had
my
like a really
god. So if you would have got the booster, it would have fucked you up
it probably
bad.
would have fucked me up super bad. And then and so I was like, okay, so you're putting me on these pills, like how long should I wait? And they were like, you need to wait until they like clear your system because anything in that like antibiotic is just going to counteract the booster. Like
Right.
it's not going to work. So I was like, okay. So ended up that I still had the infection in my lungs. Or like an infection in my
Yeah.
lungs. I have like a super hard time breathing.
Holy shit.
And like I obviously I still have like a sinus infection.
Yeah.
So I got put on 10 days of, or I think it was 7 days of antibiotics followed by like 7 days of steroids. And I had to like start doing breathing treatments in my house, like breathing exercises,
Oh my
and a
gosh.
few other
With your
things. And they
at-home
were like, we're
respirator?
pretty sure. What?
Did you have to use your at-home respirator?
I have this little like contraption where it's like there's like 3 rows and there's a ball in each one and you have to like
I
blow
have seen that. Oh my god, I
or
know
like
what you're
I
talking
think if
about.
you were like my brain doesn't work right now, but you either blow into it or you like suck into it and it's mm, like working out your lungs.
Yeah. Oh my
And to
god, I
this
know.
day I cannot get the third ball. So my lungs are not great. So they're like, we're pretty sure you probably have like, it's essentially an invisible illness. It's POTS. Um,
Oh.
which I was later confirmed with, which essentially some people have it so bad that it is like a disability. So she told me in that first meeting that you most likely have POTS. We'll confirm that in the next one. We're
Jesus.
gonna do all these treatments, and every like essentially it is a like syndrome. It's I know what it's called, but like the words are not coming to me. But like common side effects are like you're super like dizzy, your heart rate is super high, you're like stupid like I am now. Your brain like doesn't you just have like brain fog.
Oh my
Um
god.
there's like chest pains. So all this stuff is just like that makes so much sense. It's
Right.
essentially like a syndrome that's just like a ton of different symptoms that like over time it can like lessen or go away, but most likely it like won't. It's actually incurable. And she said that like maybe I'll feel better in 2 years. Uh
Wait, so was that what the no? I was gonna say, was that what the antibiotics and steroids were for? But that was for the infection. So she just so
she
that
was like, this is what it sounds like because everything I had all these symptoms still.
yeah.
And so it was like, okay, have you been feeling like this like the whole time? And I was like, pretty much, yeah, since I got COVID. Like my chest has been on fire. I constantly have like burning in my chest. My chest hurts. I have a really hard time getting like air into my into my
Jeez.
body. Like my
Yeah.
lungs don't seem to want to work. My brain literally, I think, melted with that 104 fever. I'm super tired all the time, but I can't fall asleep to save my life. When I do finally fall asleep, I can't stay asleep. I'm always just like so dizzy or like I'll like black out.
Oh my god.
Just like, like yesterday I was leaving the mall and I full fainted, like leaving the mall.
Oh my god. It
Like I texted my boss and I was like, you won't believe what I did.
like in the parking lot or like in your car?
Like leaving the mall. Like I was right at the doors and a bitch fell into an ATM.
Holy
So
fuck.
it's been super fun. But I have now been going to the doctor every 2 weeks.
Love
And
that.
it was just like, okay, the first antibiotics didn't work. The steroids made me so tired.
Uh-huh.
So they put me on different antibiotics. And I did those, and that helped. And then I got put onto like an allergy, like I'm supposed to take like allergy medicine to try and get rid of like my sinus infection. I had to do like the saline up my
Oh,
nose, and
like the neti pot or whatever.
yeah, it's like Flonase.
Oh, like the
Like the
spray.
spray. Yeah, so I
Oh.
got to do that. I was then prescribed a month ago, I think now, because this is every Friday, every 2 Fridays I have to do this. And then
Go to the doctor or
they
do the Flonase?
go to the doctor
Oh,
every
other Friday.
other Friday. I'm going to the doctor essentially, and then from that they were like, okay, here's like a heart medication because my heart rate like fucking skyrocket, like
I feel like it was always.
skyrocket.
I feel like it's always been fast, but what you're saying with COVID, it.
So like yeah, my like rest like a normal heart rate is between like I believe it's 60 and 100 like beats per minute
Sounds
and or
right.
something like that. I know 100 is like the top.
Okay.
So my like sitting heart rate is like 100. When I
Jesus.
stand up, it goes to like 110.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so like when you're laying down, you're supposed to be like I think she said it was like 70 or 80 is like normal. Mine is like 95.
Oh my
And
god.
so they do a test where like you have to be like gone like you go starting laying down and then you sit up and then you stand up and they test your heart rate and my shit was like through the roof. Like the other
Jesus.
day my oxygen level cuz I had to get one of those little like
Yeah,
finger
finger
thingies to check
things.
your pulse or whatever. I had to get one of those. I also have to wear compression socks to like help the blood flow.
Oh my gosh,
And it
Sassy,
was like
you're like an
okay,
old lady. You're like a little
I
old lady.
am literally 100 years old with my two cats. Um So
Christ.
you don't understand. I don't drink at all. I drink water and juice
Gee,
and
prune
tea.
juice.
I don't I don't know that I've ever had prune juice, but
Prune juice
I
will clean you
literally
out.
do not drink. I have not drank alcohol since September
Holy
because I was just
shit.
like fucking depressed
Yeah.
before that and then like I got COVID, can't do it. I was told I was too healthy and that I had to get more salt in my diet. You had to increase your salt so much. And she was like describing like meals to me, and I was like, that doesn't sound good. Like, I don't want to do that.
Like fucking dump
She was like,
salt
you
on
should eat French
fry.
fries. Like, and I was like, I just don't like want to. So, but I will, but I like don't want to.
Jesus.
Um, so I mean, yeah, no, it's just been super fun. I mean, you can cut this if you want, but like I've got to go get a biopsy on a few days from now to see if I have cancer
Oh my
because
god.
there's like a lump in my throat. And it's apparently big enough that they were like, you should really go do that now. And I was like, okay.
Jesus.
Yeah, I had to get an ultrasound and then a chest x-ray. And from that ultrasound, they were like, yeah, your thyroid has like in my throat has like mm, little lump.
Damn.
Um, I mean, you can also keep that. I don't care. I just thought it was funny. But like I could have cancer. But so I get that it's not a laughing matter, but it's also just like my life like is I can't do one thing. It's got to
Yeah.
be like a clusterfuck.
Yeah. it's not a
There's
it's not a
never been a
slight
dull moment.
it's not a slight fuck. It's a cluster.
Yeah, and I actually so that first time I went to the doctor where they were like, "Hey, like we think you have POTS, like you should really be resting and like doing all this stuff. Like I'm going to write you a doctor's note to take it easy."
And you're like,
And
I
I was like,
literally can't
"Okay."
sleep.
Yeah, so my doctor's note originally was like you need to like rest, blah blah blah. I ended up like I was late for work that day because I went to the doctor. I
Yeah.
went to the work. I went to work that Saturday, and then I was off Sunday because that was the Batman
The
day.
Batman, yeah.
So I like my boss had texted like our owners and was saying like, hey, Stassi, like if you happen to like check the cameras and Stassi's like sitting in the back room, like I have a doctor's note for her, being like she cannot. My
She is
doctor's note was
melted.
literally she cannot stand for more than 10 minutes at a time and she cannot walk more than 40 feet
What the fuck?
without taking a break because she has to rest. So honestly, like my owners are so fucking nice. They gave me 2 weeks off, like paid.
Oh, that is
And they literally
awesome.
were like, we've never done that for anyone. And I was like, I will literally cry right here, right now. Like, do not think I won't. Like, they're so
Aw.
fucking nice. Like, so they were like, yeah, we'd rather her like rest up if her doctors want her to rest. Like, we have big things coming, like within our company, like within just like holiday time for us. They're
Yeah.
like, we'd rather her like be okay for that. So I was off for 2 weeks. Just kind of chilled at home. Spent a lot of time just doing absolutely nothing. I finally caught up on those TV shows that like I added to my like Netflix list like 3 years ago
Like
and like
what?
never finished, but I was on like season 3. I watched what did I watch? I finished Schitt's Creek because it had just been like in my like watch. I finished The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina because like honestly that was really good and they canceled it
I don't know. I
to
don't.
keep Riverdale. Never seen it.
Never seen it.
Yeah, who would? And then I watched like a bunch of movies that were like, okay, you haven't seen these before, but like you should see these. I don't remember anymore what they are because no brain.
Did you
Um,
did you see The Other Missy with David Spade?
no,
Oh, that was really funny. Okay.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. But damn.
I'm sorry
Okay,
for
so that was when did you get your No, 2 weeks off was after the Batman?
that. That was March 6th. So I went back to work like March
20th?
like 12th or something, like 14th, somewhere in there.
Oh yeah, work weeks.
So went back to work then, and then have been like working since.
How are you feeling now? Are you feeling better?
I believe there's like a wild animal outside of my house. That was so interesting. I don't know what that noise was. No. No, I'm not feeling good. I am in fact going to see a cardiologist in a week or two.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so because everything they were doing for me was like it kind of helped when I would like actively be on the medicine, but as soon as I was like not, it's just like not. So I have an inhaler. Actually, I have two inhalers.
Oh,
I have one that's
is
like
one
the
like a
emergency, like
and one is a
yeah.
daily? That's how Renee had that for a while.
Yeah, so my emergency one, actually, I got it when I was put on that heart medication that I was supposed to take. So that was supposed to be for a month, and it was like a pill a day or two pills a day. It was two pills a day for a month, and I was on it for 2 weeks, and I just was so fucking tired. Like I could
Holy
not
shit.
stand. I was just like, I'm going to work, and I am not there. Like I was driving, being like, oh,
Worried.
I'm a lot farther than I thought I was.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
So then the inhaler they had prescribed me, my insurance is like, nah, she doesn't need it. So they were like, okay, prescribe a different one that's like a different brand. It's the
Yeah.
same thing. They let me have that one, but they were like, I had to call like my pharmacist like 5 times because my dad had to keep picking up my stuff for me because I was working every day
Yeah.
until the pharmacy was closed. So my dad's picking up my stuff for me and he's like, they got to talk to you. And I was like, I know, I'd called them and they won't talk to me. Literally it was just that my inhaler, like the effects of it raise your heart rate when the pills I was taking are like lowering my heart rate.
Oh my God. So you're
So they were
getting
like, they counteract each other.
Yeah, you were getting fucked. Oh my God.
Yeah. But it was like an emergency and I only had to use it at that time like 2 or 3 times. Like, and the only reason I got it was because I fully was talking to like a customer and just like air stopped coming. Like I was trying to talk
Holy
to her, I was
shit.
turning around. I looked at she was the only customer in our store, but I looked at my coworker and I literally never pulled my mask down like in our store.
Yeah.
Like in the back room, yeah, but like not in our store. I looked at my coworker and I was like, I can't breathe. Like there's no just one of those. Ended up like I think she ended up taking over because I literally went to the back room and had like a full panic attack in our bathroom because I couldn't breathe.
Jesus.
And then so she gave me an inhaler for that, being like, here, like this will help you. So I got that.
So your emergency one, is it only for like those times or are you supposed to take
It's
it
supposed to be, yeah. Like it's for when I like fully cannot just like air is just not coming.
Gotcha. Do you have like a little side pocket for it? Like a little hip pouch?
I usually just keep it in like my pocket, my cardigan with like my store keys, or it's in the back room and my store's really small, so it's like easy
Yeah.
for me just to like go grab.
Holy
And
fuck.
then I got another inhaler because they were thinking maybe it would help with like my sinuses or something, and it's got steroids in it that I have to do in the morning and the night.
Oh shit.
And that was like my last like doctor's appointment. And then from there I went and get the like I made the appointment to go get my biopsy done. It's disgusting. I looked up what they're gonna do and I'm awake and they shove like a giant needle in my throat. And like
Oh.
a few years ago, I think you know this, I also had a possible cancer in my boob
Yeah.
situation, and that one I was also awake for, and like they were like, hold my hand, like it'll hurt, and I was like, don't touch me, like, but okay. Same place. I'm going to the same place to get it done, so I hope they remember me.
They're gonna be like, hey,
Just
you're
like a different
back.
division. And then yeah, after that, I'm going to the same heart doctor that my dad goes to.
Oh, they'll definitely know you.
Yeah, I can't wait. No, I called and they were like, yeah, like, okay. And I was like telling my dad, I was like, it's in this place. Bless you. Bless you.
Thank you.
Yep. And my dad was like, yeah, I think I go there. And I was like, you definitely do. Like, you definitely do.
Oh my
HIPAA is
god.
not a thing. They told me you'd be there.
Jesus. Stassi, you're a
So,
little old lady.
I am actually dying as it would turn out. I saw like honestly I get a lot of TikToks for it, but it was like describing like the reason I'm so dizzy all the time is because like the way that your body works is if you're laying down like your blood moves like with you.
Yeah.
If you had like a lotion bottle and you know how like slow lotion moves,
That's how your
that is
blood
what my
is?
body does. Like that's
Oh
what
my
my blood does.
gosh.
So
What the
like
fuck?
it'll be turning going back up and my blood is still over here like trying.
Oh my
She's
god.
trying. So that's why I'm so dizzy. That's why I'm like blacking out when I talk to people. That's why
So
I can't. Well, the breathing we're unsure of.
so do the compression socks, are you supposed to wear those all day?
Like when I'm standing. But like I wear pants at work. It's not like
Yeah.
you can see
No,
them.
no, no, I
But she
know.
was like, in the summer, that's gonna suck. And I was like,
Well, I can't.
thank you.
I need the blood.
And like my store does not have like good air conditioning at all. Like customers complain all the time.
Fucking
I'm gonna pass the
Southland.
fuck out.
Oh my
And
god.
then we have like a kiosk where you just stand for like 8 hours straight. And I was like I'm leaning against like all of the counters. I'm crouched down on the floor. And I was like, please stop scheduling me down here.
What the fuck?
Yeah, our like, we have, because we're a franchise store, we have like a corporate person.
Yeah.
And she came like a week ago or something. And I had just walked from our kiosk back to our store. And it's like, it's through a Macy's. Like that is it. It is a straight shot through a like one hallway in a Macy's.
Yeah.
It's not that far. I came back and my boss was like, "Are you okay?" I'm sitting there crying because air is just not coming into my body, and she's like, I've never seen you. Are you okay?" And I was just like, "Where's my inhaler?"
Oh my god.
Yeah. See, I understand that like I'm laughing about this, like it's not a big deal, but like you've heard me speak in my life. This is not that crazy for me.
Yeah, I
But I
feel,
understand when I tell other people this, they're like,
you know, I forget. And then every
"Yeah, I know,
time
I'm a big trauma dump." And I'm sorry. But
No,
like it's
I mean, I think I've gotten past the point of where I'm like, "Oh my god," like where I'm worried and I'm like, she's laughing about it
yeah,
today.
was that when I like had a mental breakdown in front of you?
Which time?
Yeah, the first one. Probably the first one. That one
Yeah.
was pretty bad.
Yeah,
I will fully admit that was really bad of
yeah.
me.
So I'm like, it's not that. So we're good.
No, I like trauma dump on everyone that I know. It's just that's my life. Like,
That's your love
and I'm sorry
language.
for the way it comes off, but like so I came back from the doctors and it was like, "Oh, I got to go get a biopsy because they think I have cancer." And do you remember we went to high school with she was in Zoe's age. Her name was Montana. You might not. Anyways, I work with her.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, because there was a Montana that was a grade older than us, and I played soccer with him. So that's who I
Oh,
think
that's
of.
so. Well, it's a
Montana.
girl.
Yeah, I know. So that's why I'm like,
Okay.
that's the
I was
Montana
like,
I
I don't
know.
know if you knew. Anyways, I started working with her like a year ago, so she works with me, and I told her that, and she was like, "Oh, Stas, what do you mean?" And I was like, "Oh my god, I'm sorry." But she
Sorry.
also every single shift would tell me she was quitting, that she hated me, and that if she saw my name on the schedule, she was like, "I'm not coming in because you make me sad."
Well,
But I was like, "I'm also funny, so like it's okay."
Stassi, your love language is trauma dumping.
It really is. Like, do not touch me, do not look at me, and let me share my not dark secrets.
Let me bare my soul with you.
That and like I work with like older women whose like kids are my like only one,
Yeah.
but like her kids are my age, and you might know her daughter-in-law.
We won't dox them, but we can.
We won't dox, but you might know her. And
Wait, who is
I'll
it?
tell her all of this stuff,
Who
and
is
then
it?
she will go home.
Who is
What?
it? Nobody's gonna be watching this.
It's Alex. I
Oh,
work with Alex's mother-in-law.
oh shit.
Yeah, oh my god, I love her. She's literally like my favorite person to work with. I told her the other day, I was like, I talk to you more than Alex.
That's so funny. Did I
I
tell
was
you?
like, I tell you everything, Tina. Don't worry.
Did I tell you that I ran into Alex?
No,
Oh my
where? You've
god.
seen her more than me.
So this was, I had to be around Christmas maybe,
Oh my god,
but
right when I had COVID.
yeah, this
When I
was
was in
at
the pits.
yeah this was at your yeah, I was gonna say peak, but it would probably
Honestly,
be your pits.
not my lowest, not my worst, not my best.
Um,
Somewhere right in the middle.
oh my god, that's right in the middle. Me and Renee were leaving my cousin Rebecca's house, or no, we had just pulled up, and we saw two people walking down the street, and I
Oh my
was
god, do
like,
they live in that neighborhood?
so from what I understand, they live right by Corinne.
Oh, I don't know because I think she moved. I
Oh,
haven't seen her. Haven't heard from her.
I
I
don't
think they
know.
know I don't like to hear about her.
This was, I don't know. This was around December, whatever. So we're sitting there. We pulled up, and I was like, "Huh? Who?" I clocked them. Didn't see who they were. I was like, "Who is walking their dog at this time of the night?" And then they get a little closer. Renee goes, "That looks like Alex." And I was
That's really
like,
funny.
and I like she said it as they're like walking by us. So I was like, hmm. So I rolled
That
the
was Alex.
So I rolled the window down. Well, I wasn't even sure. I just yelled, Alex. And I like turned around, and she snapped her head, and she had uh the coat looked familiar, and I was like, "Oh my god, that is Alex." So
Oh yeah, she does not replace that coat.
so I hopped out of the car. I was like,
Hey
"Alex?"
girl.
I was like, "Alex?" And she's like, "Oh my god, what are you doing here?" I was like, "I mean, you know my cousin lives right here." She's like, "Oh yeah." And then I think that was the first. Oh no, it wasn't the first time I met whatever her husband's name is. Um,
Do we dox him
I,
for
I
your two followers?
no, I don't remember his name.
His name's Austin.
Oh, okay. I so whatever. Me, Renee, Alex, and Austin were all standing there, and their dog, and it was just like it was
Her
very.
dog is super cute, but it's got the dumbest fucking name I've ever heard, and I tell her that all the time. It's
It's-
like a teddy bear. Like, what are those dogs? They're like fucking expensive. They're like, they're a doodle of some sort.
I was
They're
just
so cute, but
flat.
like, it's like a little teddy bear brown, and its name is Salem. Like, bitch, he ain't Black Cat. Like, what do you mean?
Jesus. Speaking of
It's also
Salem,
a girl, so I don't know why I said he.
me and Nay went to Salem.
Shut the fuck up. You live my dream.
It was really cool. I got a tattoo, and
Where? What?
let me show you, because
When did you go?
a month ago, maybe two. No, it had to
Oh my
be
god.
it had to be a month ago. But yeah, so look, you'll
Right
appreciate
when the Batman came out.
it.
You went for the Batman.
I
You saw it there.
let me see. You'll appreciate this tattoo if I can. What the fuck photos? Give me 1 second. Where the fuck? Ba-ba-bum. Okay. Okay. So this is what I got, and
Just show me.
I'm ready for the judgment.
Not you being a cat dad.
Right? Isn't it so weird?
Do you remember when you came over when I had baby little fucking kittens and you were like, what do I do?
Yeah. And now I'm like, now I love.
Now you have as many cats as I do, and you're probably gonna get a third before I do.
Absolutely not. I told Renee I draw the line at two. I said we.
No, I want a third cat so fucking bad, but my cats are like, they would kill another cat. Like my cats were like, they're siblings, they're
Yeah.
full siblings. They've been together since birth. They had a traumatic past. They were found under some stairs. Their mother was run over. They were little, like they were babies. Like I got them at 2 months old, and like then we had like a year where I didn't leave my house.
Yeah.
And then, or like it, I don't know how long the full pandemic was, like 4 months or something, 5 months.
If
That I like
it
didn't,
felt
that no one was working. You were just at home, and then
wow, you got him that close.
was working.
You got him that close to the lockdown?
No, I had them for like a full year before that.
Oh, okay. I was like,
But they were just like, they got used to me being home.
yeah.
They've always been very obsessed. And then went back to work, and now they just like wait at the door. They're like, "Hello,
Aw.
are you there? Where are you?" They're literally right there.
Yeah,
They're always watching.
I have to lock our back room because Sweats likes to play with the pens and he's a little bitch.
Yeah, oh my god.
God damn
There's
it.
a video of me like on the phone when I was like buying my house of like me trying to write down info and Beckett just being like
Just
let
trying
me
to
grab
take
that
the
pen and me being like, please stop. I'm begging you. Like he tried to jump on this laptop the second I put it in my lap.
Oh my gosh.
You saw Luna
How old are they
in our
now?
pre-show.
Probably like 2, 3?
They will be 4 this year.
4. Holy shit.
Yeah, and I've had them since they were little itty babies.
Yeah, I remember. Did I send you a story or did you send me a story when they were?
You sent me the story, and I was like, never fucking forget.
They're so tiny.
They were so tiny, and I'm sorry, but Luna is like gigantic. She is like almost 20 pounds.
Holy shit.
She is on diet food. I do everything I am supposed to do to make this girl lose weight, and she will not.
That's how Sweaty is. Sweaty's a little fat boy.
And Beckett is literally like 11 pounds, like half her size. He's not the runt. Let's keep that in mind. And like, so we're going to the vet, and it's like you can't go in for 2 years. So they're still like they still do drop offs, but I ended up going in because I was like, I need to like actually talk to you guys because the phone thing is not working for me. I wore my masks, I did it all.
Yeah.
I did that in my February. I did that.
In your fucking blur.
Literally, it is a blur. I told someone, I was like, it still feels like January to me. Like
that's
December
insane.
just happened. I do not like my brain does not comprehend
that it's
January,
about to be May,
February, and March.
That it's gonna
like,
be
I'm
May.
just now understanding April.
Fuck, that's insane.
And like it's May.
It's gonna be May. Well, by the time
it's literally May.
When this comes out, it'll be May. Or wait, is it May right
May.
now? What time is it? It's not May.
I have no idea.
Another hour.
Not yet, but it's May.
What the fuck?
Also, the way that I cried in the movie theater when Ant-Man died.
Oh, I was like, when Ant-Man died, but fucking same. I was
oh my God.
bawling. Okay,
bawling.
well, wait.
Bawling.
Stassi, wait. Let's end this episode because we are at this long. But
remember when you were like, we can talk about Twilight, and I was like, I just don't see that coming. Like, I just don't see it happening.
I literally watched Twilight hours ago.
I was gonna ask if you've seen it
in preparation for this. Okay, so wait. You're not going to bed anytime soon, right? You can't sleep.
No, I can't sleep.
Okay, so what we're gonna do? We're gonna cut. We're gonna end this episode, and we're just gonna open the same link.
Keep talking.
All right, so we'll be back in 10 seconds. Ready? 3, 2. Wait, do you have any words before we end the first episode? Also, thank you for doing this month.
Oh my God, do you remember when you were like, you found my podcast page, you're now on the podcast? And I was like, I don't even know how I found this page.
I don't know how you did either. I literally remember where I was at on Lakeshore Drive when I got your text. I was like, oh my God, yes.
You came up on something and I was like, I wonder what that is. And I just like clicked on it and I was like, oh, I know him. I'll like it. So I was like, I'll just follow it. I'm a good friend. So I followed it and then immediately got a text. You're on the show. You're on the show. And I was
Loved
like,
it.
okay.
And here we are, rounding out episode 1. Okay.
Woo.
So literally, we'll be right back.